When we talk about digital dentistry, we know that the challenge is implementation. Bring digital to our daily work, convert our clinic into digital processes, prepare our staff, change our mindset, incorporate this technology in a way that is realistic, user friendly, that is actually helping us. It's very cool to talk about digital, but really running our office in the digital mode and profiting more, delivering better services and products, delivering better care through digital is something completely different. Delivering better care and being more efficient and being more profitable altogether is, of course, the main goal. Now, when we talk about digital, we understand, of course, that digital is not only the clinical procedures, but is actually uh, moving our office into a complete digital process from the front desk, waiting room, marketing, management, accounting, taxes, financial control, stock purchases, uh, clinical treatments, communication, link with the lab, with all the devices that we use, utilizing digital diagnosis, digital design, digital treatment planning, fabricating all the devices, guided surgery, digital ortho, CAD/CAM restorations, using digital to control follow-up, scheduling, the treatment itself, timing, sequencing, everything can be done through the digital environment. We know that everything makes sense. We know that we are not there yet. We know that all the companies are investing a lot to deliver better solutions, to improve what we have. I believe that now digital is entering a very interesting moment where companies are, of course, delivering or creating new ideas, new technology, new equipment, but also companies are starting to focus on what was developed until now and make it more friendly, more financially interesting for the dentist, more feasible, more practical, more realistic. For example, CAD/CAM has been around since more than a decade. It's not something new. The goal now is to focus on the CAD/CAM workflow and improve the whole process of using it and making it faster, easier, automated. Artificial intelligence is coming. So I believe that CAD/CAM in a few years will become something completely different, much better, much easier, much less expensive, much more affordable, and so on. This is the moment we are entering right now, where companies should focus on taking what was developed already and making it uh, easier to incorporate, right? Regardless of the limitations and the challenges that we still face with incorporating digital technology in a dental office, I believe that it's pretty obvious that we all know that in the near future, every successful office will run fully digital. It's a matter of time. We don't know if this digital environment will be that easy in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, but we do know that at one point, digital will be the obvious path. Digital will be the only way to go. Like any other industry, like any other service, like any other area, at one point, digital will become so easy, so predictable, so even inexpensive, or return on investment will be so obvious that we will all go on that direction. So when we get to the point that digital become the obvious, easy way to go, and all the procedures will be done with the help of digital technology, the question is, what are the challenges that we will face right around the corner on the near future from now until this point? People ask me all the time, what are the challenges of bringing digital to my reality. We know there are a few, and I want to outline some of them, but at the end, I want to conclude with what I believe is the real modern challenge of digital processes and digital technology, right? We can talk about the learning curve, that's definitely a challenge. We can talk about financial investment, that's another challenge. We can talk about bringing our team on board, that's another challenge. We can talk about changing the mindset of the owner of the clinic, that's definitely another challenge to shift into digital. When it comes to the learning curve today, incorporating this technology is a challenge to learn, from an intraoral scanner to how to run a printing machine, how to manage 3D software. Today, learning curve is a huge challenge. It's not easy. If a single dentist wants to really become digital, this dentist will have to buy and purchase several software, learn completely different platforms, become an IT expert, really get into machinery, how to run the machines, and how to manage all these kind of different machines. But in the near future, I believe this is not going to be the main challenge. Learning curve will not be the main challenge because, as I mentioned, companies are investing a lot on how to become more user-friendly, number one. Artificial intelligence will become a reality, and that's going to change completely the learning curve of bringing digital into our life. Automation, so many of the processes will become automatic, easy to perform, and always we will have the outsourcing option as well, something that I've been talking since many years. I believe the main entrance to become digital is to outsource the digital hard work to other companies, other people that serve dentists with that option, right? And companies are now learning that delivering or selling equipment and technology and software to dentists is not enough. Companies are now getting into serving dentists. So you can buy our equipment, you can buy our technology, but we can also serve you by providing the best out of this technology. You can send us our case, and we can do everything for you and send you back, so the dentist can the next day take full advantage of that digital technology without having to learn how to operate that technology. So learning curve will not be the main challenge of incorporating digital in the near future. Second topic, financial, investing, buying technology. This is a challenge today, and I believe that in the near future will not be the main challenge. Of course, there will always be an investment, and every time we talk about investment, we talk about return on investment. That's the key point. It's not about, more important than how much you're going to invest is how much you're going to get back from that investment. If you're going to invest a big amount of money on something that you have 100% security that you're going to get this money back and even get an extra amount of money, of course, that's a great investment. So today, return on investment on digital is kind of tricky. It's really most of the early adopters, the excited dentists that were excited about digital, they maybe lost more money than they made more money by acquiring digital. But this is, as we know, like in any other industry, it's going to change. And digital will improve return on investment, and because of that, the financial burden of bringing digital will not be the main challenge. We also know that as technology evolves, prices will drop. One example, I remember 3-4 years ago when we were talking about printing technology, machines were $100,000 to acquire a machine. Today we're talking about $2,000-$3,000. So every technology that we see today that is cool, that is nice, that it makes sense, in the near future the prices will drop, return on investment will increase, and for that reason, of course, more and more dentists will be able to bring the advantages of digital into their reality. So point number 2, the financial challenge will always be a challenge, but definitely, in my opinion, will not be the main challenge in the near future. Challenge number 3, bringing the team on board. That's definitely a big challenge today as we talk on all the DSD courses. It's not about the owner, the main dentist learning digital, but it's the whole staff that needs to learn. Actually, the dentist just needs to enjoy or agree that that's the way to go. If the owner of the clinic, the main doctor, says, this is how I want to do things, who's going to make it happen? The staff. So we need to understand how to facilitate the process of bringing the staff on board. It is a big challenge today, but for me, it's not going to be the main challenge in the near future for a couple of reasons, right? First, because of the number 1 and number 2. Learning curve will drop, return on investment will raise, everybody will be more and more exposed. Young dentists will start to get more and more exposed to this technology and these workflows in dental school, in post-grad programs, in continuing education. So it's going to be natural. Millennials, that's the key. The young generation, the new generation will work with this technology naturally. It's not going to be a challenge for them. Actually, for them, it's going to be the only way to go. So challenge number 3, bringing the staff on board, is a challenge today. It's not going to be the main challenge in the near future because everything will be much more simple. Everything will be much more natural. It's going to be the only way to go. The young generation sees digital as something obvious. So challenge number 3 will be under control in the near future. Challenge number 4, big challenge, change the mindset of the owner of the clinic. This has been my main challenge for the last 10 years, giving courses all over the world, talking about new workflows, new systems, new processes, powered by technology, digital dentistry, and you see there's a big barrier because the owner of the clinic is saying, why should I change the way I'm doing something without digital if I'm already doing fine, if I'm already doing good? So it is a challenge today. But again, I don't believe that's going to be a challenge in the near future because of one main reason. As I usually say, today and in the past, dental clinics, dental offices were run mainly by dentists without big business knowledge. To survive in the future, dental offices will be owned by very good business people. Otherwise, it's going to be very tough to survive, right? Competition, etc. So more and more dental offices will be run either by businessmen or dentists with very good business skills, right? So when we talk to business people, they're all about differentiation and efficiency, and they understand from moment one that technology is the key to achieve that. So more and more we will see business owners, dental office owners really believing that the only way to go is through digital systems, digital technology. So I believe that the problem that we face today by trying to change the way dental office owners think to incorporate digital is a challenge today. It's not going to be a big challenge in the near future because the character, the type of business owner will change, and digital will become natural. Okay, so these are the 4 main challenges that I talked: going over the learning curve, the financial burden, the investment, then the bringing your team on board, convincing your team, and number 4, making the business owner really believe that the only way to go is through digital. But as I mentioned, all these 4 challenges will probably be reduced by the improvement of the process. So what is, for me, the major challenge of the digital environment, of running an office in the digital way in the near future? And I can tell you, for me, in my humble opinion, the number 1 challenge that we will all face as business owners, companies that are creating these technologies, dental office owners, users, team and staff, the number one challenge will be information management. How to gather the information that all these digital gadgets, all these digital devices are creating, right? How to gather this information, how to organize this information, how to find this information, how to share this information, how to make digital more useful. The only way to make digital more useful is simplifying the process of managing the information. Why do I say that? Because today, a dentist can buy a CAD/CAM system, and maybe that's the only digital thing he has. Maybe he has a management software that is in his reception, his front desk, and maybe he has a little CAD/CAM system that is on the corner inside his clinical aperture. So two little things. Then suddenly he buys a digital x-ray. Then he buys a CBCT. Then he buys a different intraoral scanner from a different brand. Then he buys the DSD app, for example. Then he buys T-Scan, an occlusal functional device, digital device. Then he maybe buys a Mojo, a different digital system. Then he has an intraoral camera. Then he has the iPhone making videos and photos. Then he has a DSLR camera. Then he has a camera at home. Then he has his laptop in his office. He has another iPad on his aperture. He has on the front desk a computer. Some of these devices are connected in the network, some are not. Then he has the computer at home. Now imagine in the future when everything is digital, and you have all these devices and equipment, what will be the main challenge? Is how to bring the information together. When the patient comes to the first appointment and he goes to this first appointment from the CRM information that you already have from this, that is coming from social media, website, emails. It's already a lot of information. Then you have the information that is collected on the front desk, managing software. Then maybe you have an iPad with questionnaires, first appointment questionnaires, medical history. So you have another piece of information. Then you have the full documentation that you do with different devices. Then you have the clinical exam and you're saving that information somewhere else. Then you have the period chart. Then you have the CBCT. So it's a lot of information. When the patient goes home, we need to really gather this information super fast, super easy. Otherwise, it's not useful, and we're gonna go back to do what we used to do without digital. We're gonna go crazy with this information. Imagine thousands of patients. Multiply this information by thousands of patients, right? We have different entities working, different addresses. You have your orthodontist on a different address. You have your lab on a different address. You have different specialists living and working in different offices. Maybe you open different offices, right? So the key for me is to develop systems that can connect the information, a platform where it doesn't matter what gadget you're using, what technology you're using, what software you're using, what platform you're using, what equipment you're using. As soon as you generate an information, automatically, because the future is automated, right? Automatically, this information needs to go to the cloud and come down to a platform that without even thinking, you can leave your office, get your iPhone, and open this platform and have the full information of everything that is going on with your patient. That's the day that we will be able to say that our office is really fully digital. So I believe that the main challenge today for companies, for researchers, for developers, for thinkers, for dentists, staff members, is to understand that the number one challenge right around the corner as we all start to use digital for real is how to manage the information properly, how to facilitate the process in an automated way. Otherwise, you're gonna go crazy if you have to yourself or your assistant get these memory cards and external drives and devices sharing and moving information from one software to the other, linking this information and bringing this information together. You're gonna go crazy. So the only solution, as the information will become huge for every patient, is to create automated, connected platforms that we can link every single new device that we buy. And as a company comes to us with a new little gadget, with a new little solution, with a new little scanner, or whatever device they come up with, our question should be how I'm going to create an automated link between the information that this new device will generate into a platform that I can access this information very easy, always handy. Because when we get to this point, we will be able to start sharing this information with the team, treatment planning based on information, making business decisions based on this information, controlling the process of buying materials, controlling our stock, our purchases system through this information, and really have a digital automated dental office. So this is what I believe will become the next new goal of the digital evolution in dentistry. Okay, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see your comments and to continue this discussion on a next opportunity. See you around.